Hello and welcome to Movies with My Dog. I'm human, she's my dog, and today we're talking about Back to the Future in concert.
Recharge your flux capacitor and get ready to celebrate this unforgettable movie classic as you've never seen or heard it before on a big high-def screen with a 70-piece orchestra performing the score live. It's Back to the Future in concert.
So, what did you think of Back to the Future in concert? Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think, most people would have that reaction. For me, I have to differentiate. A lot of people consider this film one of their favorites. I think it's a really, really neat way to see a film with a live orchestra performing. It's probably as close as any of us will ever get to a scoring session for a film. But then there's another level of fandom for this film where some people perhaps might make an audio dub of the VHS rental so that they could listen to the soundtrack and all the dialogue while they were mowing the lawn. And to people like that, this event is a little bit odd because, first of all, it's billed as 20 minutes of original new music included in this. And I think there's a real lawyerly take on the word original. By original, it means taking music from Back to the Future 2 and 3 and inappropriately placing it over sequences that didn't have score before. I guess that's original. Uh, Personally, I didn't think any of those new cues, musical cues, worked, save the very, very first one. There's a little tinkling of bells over the opening. It kind of ties it into the second and the third. That didn't bother me. But the music that plays through the opening montage of all of Doc's clocks was wrong. There's a few of these sequences through any place where they added music where it didn't have to be before. There's a reason why those parts of the film didn't have score originally, because they didn't need them. Score is meant to hint at emotions, give you a sense of pacing, tempo. It's very powerful, and when you just slap it on the scenes that don't need it, it overpowers those scenes. All those scenes suddenly become a little bit arch, melodramatic. Um, I think the most inappropriate version of this would be the second overture. There is an intermission in an hour and 40-minute movie, which was somewhat surprising. Right after the skateboard chase sequence, there's a 15-minute intermission so that we can come back and we can get a second overture. There's a first overture at the beginning of the film, right before the film starts, which is the Back to the Future overture, appropriately enough. And then there is a second, which is the Back to the Future cowboy theme from the third film, which plays right before we go back to the 1950s. And it really does. I mean, the whole point of an overture is to set the mood and the tone for the film. And dun, 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 dun. It really didn't work for me. Overall, I think this is a neat event. If you've got kids who've never seen the film, this is a neat way to see it. The orchestra is fantastic. They're in fact so good that at points you kind of forget that they're there. Maybe it was because we were just so far back. Uh, Most of these places are a little bit dog phobic, let's just call it. And they didn't do an orchestral version of Power of Love, which is a big thumbs up. Overall, if you're not a freak like me, absolutely would recommend this. If you're one of the 6 lunatics who has the movie memorized as well as I am, I still recommend it, but be prepared to have inappropriate musical cues throughout the film. So that's Movies with My Dog. I'm the human, she's my dog. That was the movie. Follow us on Telegram and OnlyFans. and check us out next time.